Did you say company's coming?
Company's coming. Comin. I don't do a lot of baking. I hardly ever bake, in fact. Baking involves a lot of weights and measures, and if you get everything right, you just end up with a lot of food that's fattening and bad for you. And to my way of thinking, if you want to keep junk food out of your home, you start by not making it in your home. That said, I remembered a recipe my mom used to make for Company's Comin cookies, and the memory was so appealing I thought I would make a batch. Come on up. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups flour, 3 cups quick oats, 8 ounces of butter or margarine, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla, a cup each of white sugar and brown, a cup of chopped pecans, and a teaspoon each of baking soda, cream of tartar, and salt. Of course, I don't have a fancy stand mixer. This is a small but efficient galley kitchen. I'll be using a hand mixer. Cream the butter and sugars. That means mix them until light and fluffy. I should have let the butter sit at room temperature for an hour or two to achieve what people who bake call softened butter. Mine wasn't soft. Blend in the eggs and vanilla. In a separate bowl, combine the flour, cream of tartar, soda, and salt. Now add this to the mixing bowl and mix well. These nuts were labeled chopped pecans, but broken is more like it. For the recipe, you really need chopped pecans. I'm going to keep going over them with a knife until they're basically pulverized. Finally, in go the pecans and oats. Shape the dough into a log 2.5 inches in diameter. Then wrap it in foil and freeze for 2 hours. Heat the oven to 350. The recipe says not to grease the baking pan, mainly so the bottoms of the cookies don't burn. To ensure easy release, though, I use parchment paper. The dough is well frozen after 2 hours. Now cut it into 1/4-inch slices. As a guide, just think of the width of a standard yellow pencil. That's about 1/4 inch. Arrange the slices 2 inches apart. A dozen will fit on each sheet. Bake at 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. Halfway into that time, rotate the sheets and swap their racks. Set a timer for 6 minutes.
I'm counting down from 6 minutes.
It's been 14 minutes and these 2 dozen cookies are done. I baked the remaining dozen the same way. Cool completely on a rack before stashing in a cookie jar. Just as I remember from childhood, the texture is both crisp and chewy. Nothing chews like an oatmeal cookie. The kitchen smells heavenly now, so this is why people bake. You don't have to wait for visitors to make company's Comin cookies. Thanks for watching, and please tap subscribe if you're into this sort of thing.